Wow, isn't modern shopping amazing? Scoutcrafter told us about this. It's only 12 quid. I got on Amazon last night, so it's 7:30 on a Wednesday. I watched Scoutcrafter. I watched the whole program, so it was probably about 8 o'clock when I got picked up the Amazon. And anyway, it's now 6 o'clock the next day. This is here. It's just come through my door. Wow, wow, wow. No wonder the high street is dying. Why didn't the high street think of something like this before? Amazing. Amazon is nothing but amazing. In certain regards, you know. But anyway, here it is. Look, here it is. And what it is, it's in a case. Look, it's got its own little case. And do you know the difference between 12 volt and mains? You can't plug a 12 volt machine in the mains, and you can't plug a mains machine in the 12 volt. They don't work. Well, look at this one, the smart digital multimeter. Wow, wow, wow. Go read the instructions. Okay, read the instructions. Open the packet. Let's hope we don't fry ourselves. Oh dear. I wonder, has it got batteries with it? I know the one Scoutcrafter. Yeah, look, and they're the Duracell batteries, so it's not a cheap battery that's going to run out on you pretty soon. I have got some of these. Nice little, well-made little case, look. And here it is, the multimeter. And it does several things. Let me now, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to take it out of the packet. I'm going to put the batteries in, and I'll be back to you shortly. So I don't know if this is going to work, because I'm trying to hold you and stick my leg over the end there. Right, can we see the machine now? Yeah, right, hold on. No, we're going to mess that up. Hold on. Right, let's see if that does a better job. So, here we are, live and at the scene, trying not to kill ourselves. So let's put this there. Can you see this? This needs to go. I'm making a right hash of this, aren't I? I'm making a right hash of it. I'm not making a very good... I don't think I'd be a very good display sort of person to display something. Come on, concentrate. Right, put that there. Scoutcrafter had the right idea. He used an extension. Hold on. Right, come on. There we are. Right. So, as you can see, can you see actually? You probably can't, can you? As you can't see, right, here we are. I've got it. Can you see? Right, there's the plug. As you can see, the display is auto. So let's, which was Earth, which was live? That's live. Let's go in there, live on Earth. So that's, can you see? That's now displaying 240, which is mains electric here. Okay, can you see that? I'm not sure if you can. They are. Right, so let's unplug it without touching anything, and whilst keeping it in view, so no trick photography, nothing like that sort of a thing, right? Without turning a dial, without doing nothing, we can go now live and direct to the battery. Hold on, let's see if I can hold this there. Is that going to do the trick? No, that's going to make a mess of it. Hold on. I feel such a klutz. There, now stay there. Stay still. Stay still. Don't move. Stay still. That's not strong enough to hold it. There we are. So here we are, live and direct to a battery. Hold on, live and direct to a battery. Let's put that there. Let's turn that there. There we are. Look, it's on auto. Live and direct. I've really made a complete mess of this. Oh, there we are. So let's connect it to a battery now. It's only a little one. It's the only one I had. And 1.6 volts. So you can and it does a touching thing. Look, completes the circuit, and it's got a little light on it. So you press that. It's not the most impressive light you've ever seen, but it's a little light nevertheless. If you just need to look into something to get a wiring or whatever, so it has a little light. And it has a sensor as well, so you know whether you're dealing with live cables or dead cables. We can do that. We can do that quite easily. I know where there's some cables to test. Let's give that a bash here. Look, let's have this a bash there. Look, run that up above there. And that's telling us that there's electric running through that plug. You see, or through that wire. So it's a cable detector, a little light, an automatic, whatever voltage you want to check, it's in here. Wow, 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 amazing, absolutely amazing. You see? So, if you're anything like me and you really don't understand the symbols, you don't know what that means or what that means or what that means, who knows what that means. If you want an idiot-proof, a Reggie-proof, a Reggie-proof tester, this is the thing. And be quick, because they'll probably twig onto it and they'll put the price up, because that's what they've done with a few Scoutcrafter things. This is the Scoutcrafter recommended. The price creeps up because they go, oh, hold on, there's lots of people buying these. 12 quid. Yeah, amazing, 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 amazing. I'm going to turn that off now, look. Yeah, wow. And it is what is it? A smart digital meter. A TM 510. Look at that. And for 12 quid, you can't go wrong, can you? You just cannot go wrong. Get on the Amazon and get one ordered. Yeah. So as you can see, I made a complete mess of that multimeter thing. So all you have to do is look, you put Scoutcrafter in. So let's put Scoutcrafter in, yeah, Scoutcrafter, yeah, and he makes a film at 7:30 every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. We go here to Scoutcrafter, it's actually there, that tap and die one. Now we're going to go to this one here, and we're going to press go on it. And let's just buzz forward. Fantastic, you know. What a fantastic channel to follow. And okay, sometimes it does things that you're not interested in. Fine, well, you just watch him the next week and it comes up again. So I'm going to film the whole segment for you to see what he's like. So and he'll explain the multimeter to you. It's
that's where all this stuff is going. We'll see what next segment comes. Okay, next up, you know I love my multimeters, right? And I saw one on a channel a while ago, and it was so inexpensive, and I said, you know, I know a lot of you guys have kind of been on the fence about getting one, and I'm hoping that you might consider, if you don't have one, picking maybe this one up. But it made me think about my first multimeter that I bought when I was, I must have been about 13 or 14 years old. And I remember it was also one of my first experiences with shame. And let me tell you the story real quick. This multimeter that you're looking at here is a Murimeter, and I bought that when I was a young man. I was just into CB radios, and I was getting into things like that. And you needed a multimeter to check out, especially for continuity. So I bought that, and I bought it from, there was a place here in Flushing called Master John and Klein, and it was an electronics store. And it was right next to the RKO Keats movie theater. Went to there, and they lived down the block from me, the family, the Master Johns. They lived right there, you know, right down the block. Great, I knew them growing up. Anyway, I went to the store, I bought the multimeter, and I remember it was like, I think it was 12 bucks, all right? $12, which back in 1975, was, especially for me, you know, it was a day's work, you know, 12 to, anyway. So I bought the meter. I loved it. I was working with it and then doing all kinds of experiments. Then one day I made the dreaded mistake of leaving it on ohms when I was checking voltage, AC voltage. And you know what happens. Some of you guys are laughing right now because it might have happened to you. But you get a little poof from your meter and a little wisp of smoke comes up and you just fried your meter. I was like, and I knew it as soon as I touched it and I heard the, I was like, oh, I forgot to put it on voltage. I had it on ohms. I said, you know what? I put it back in the box, and I brought it back to M&K, Master John and Klein, M&K Electronics, and I said, look, it's not working. And I played dumb, right? I played dumb. And I should have knew better. It was against my grain to do it, but I figured, you know, it's only a month old. I don't want to lose it. I'll just bring it back, you know. And instead of me coming clean and telling him what happened, I just said, I don't know. It doesn't work. So he's like, all right, let's take a look at it. So he takes it back. He opens up the back and he sees the little burn marks when the dial was on ohms. You know, it leaves a burn mark, a telltale burn mark when you open it up. And he says, you had it on ohms when you checked voltage. So I had to, of course, put on the innocent face, you know, not to say, yeah. I was like, you know, and he knew what happened. And he said, listen, you got to be very careful with this. You know, don't blow your meters up. You got to make sure that it's on the right voltage. He gave me another meter. And I felt shame, you know. I felt like, you know, the guy, not only did he catch me in my lie, but he even went above. He was a better man than me. M&K, Master John, I'll never forget that. I always felt, I said, and I think that was one of my turning points. I said, man, I will never do that I will never lie like that again. Yeah, shame. I still feel that shame. Can you imagine? I wish I wish he was still around. I would love to go over there. And first I'd like to give him the extra $12 for the second meter. But, you know, I would like to apologize and thank him for, you know, for him being a better person and making me feel that shame. You know what I'm talking about? Ever happened something like that to you? Okay, so this is what we had planned. I want to show you this. I picked this up just because I'm an impulse buyer and I enjoy multimeters, and I saw this and I never had one of these meters that is a auto ranging meter. And let me show you what this means and how it works. This is a Testman. You can see what it looks like, and and I guess it came in different colors, although I only seen one, but it's a digital multimeter, auto ranging. And what that means is that you don't have to worry about making that mistake I made with the Murimeter so many years ago. It comes with a nice manual, although it's in different languages, but it is nicely made, nicely printed, carrying case, and comes with batteries. I like a 9-volt multimeter, but this is AAA, not my favorite. I'd rather have AA. However, it is what it is. It's a very light meter. It's a very small meter. It's just compact. Let's hook it up and show you what it does. First thing you'll notice, it has like a rubberized outer case, which is good in case you bang it up or something. and you got to open that up and then open up here to put your battery in. There's a little Phillips here that you take out, and in the here, and you can see it's got a test. You take out that screw, make sure you don't lose it, and that's where your batteries go in. Once the batteries are in, put the outer casing back on, and you'll see here it's got a pair of test leads here, and they come with little plugs in them. So just pull the plugs out, okay? Little plugs like here. I don't know why, I've never had them before, but that's interesting. There's a red and a black. So all you have to do is you hook up the red here, give it a little twist when you're putting it in so it's seated right, and you have your black here, and that's all you do. Now to turn it on, we touch the arm. It's you got to hold it for a couple seconds.
Okay.
There we go. Turns on. Remove your little plastic from your screen so you know it's a brand new meter you're getting. There we go. How nice is this? Now, let me show you how this works. Okay, so here's the beautiful thing about an auto-ranging meter. And now, like I said, I've never had this before, and I think it's kind of sorcery. How does this work? I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. Now, here's an extension cord, okay? I want to test and see what kind of voltage we have. I'm going to stick one probe in here, okay? One side, one probe in the other, without touching anything on the meter, and look, it reads 122.2 volts, right? Now, I didn't touch anything on the meter. I'm going to pull that out of there. I'm going to go right to a DC, a battery. And I'm going to touch it, and let's see what happens. Oh, that's right, 1.557 volts, and I didn't have to touch a button. It automatically it figures out what you're trying to do. Now let's say I want to check for continuity. Is that amazing? Now, there is a little bit of a lag time with continuity. You can see when I do this, it's only a couple tenths of a second, but is that not beautiful? Let's say I want to check this battery here, okay? I go from one end to the other, 1.520. Let me turn it around, see what happens if we reverse polarity. It shows you it's reversed by having a minus, because you're going in the wrong way, see? Minus 1.520. This is just fantastic. It's got a backlight. Check this out. Backlight, you hit that, and it shows you got a backlight. If you hold it, it puts on a light here. If you're working on a panel or something, you can, and then you could shut them off like that. Is that just amazing? I mean, now here's the best part. This little meter, you know how much that meter goes for? Now you say, well, it's pretty cool. It does all these things. I don't have to worry about blowing myself up. It's cheap. It's a good way to get into it. To shut it off, you just hold it. That meter cost $12 shipped to the house. How did they do it? My first meter I bought that shamed me cost me $12. And here it is, 40 years, 50 years later. 50 years later, and I still get, for $12, I get a meter that does all that. Anyway, what do you think? Pretty interesting, right? Plus, it does a lot of other things I won't get into. I suggest that if you don't have a meter, you want to get into one, you can't lose with this, right or wrong? Okay, I know you're on the fence. You're saying, I don't know if I need another multimeter. Let me show you one last thing this has, which is pretty interesting. This has a non-contact voltage indicator. You touch this button right here until it says NCV, and this will sense any power. Like here's an extension cord. You see that? If I run it up in here, it'll tell if it has power to it. How cool is that? You could do that with outlets. You can run around. You want to drill a hole in the wall. You run this around the wall. You can tell if there's a line running behind it. Just, come on. Did I not sell you yet? Okay, so in closing,
well, I hope, John, I hope you didn't mind me nicking your film, but that was a much better explanation of it than I did. I made a right pig's ear of it, didn't I?